We're going to the big pond. This guy is getting the big pond treatment. He's actually quite good at walking. He's gonna knock that camera right over. Of course he is. Look at him go. We're gonna get you there, bud. We're gonna get you there, little friend. Look, Boo is gonna say hello. Let's see how this goes. Who is that? That's a strange guy from another part of the world, Bua. This is it, friends. Good luck, little friend. I'll see you again. We got a fly river turtle living in our huge Kamp Kenan pond. What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to put one of our male fly river turtles that we recently got into the giant Kamp Kenan pond. I'm pretty excited to do it. I know that they do very well with muddy bottoms, and I think it'll be a cool way for this animal to just enjoy himself without disrupting the balance of all the other ponds where I already have a male in there. We don't want him to fight. So today, a deep dive into fly river turtles. You're going to learn a lot about them, so let's get right to it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kenan here, and I'm just hanging out in the pond, or the rec pond, with some of the new turtles. But today we're really talking about the fly river turtles. They have been doing extremely well here at the camp in this new habitat. As you know, we've gotten some female fly river turtles, which is very difficult to find. It's taken me years and years, and finally we got some from a zoological institution, which I'm really excited about. And to be perfectly honest, everything happening in this pond has been perfect. I introduced them, there's been no fighting, there's been no aggression. We of course got the new Podocnemis expansa, the large Amazon, the giant Amazon river turtles. There's one of our fly river turtles now. That's the new female swimming by. She's getting along with the male, as are the turtles in Frida's pond. Fred has got a female there as well. They're the two together. You can actually see them both swimming around together, which is so amazing. It's pretty awesome that they're all getting along so well. Fly river turtles are notoriously aggressive to each other and other animals that they share their habitat with. Even speaking with my friends at other zoos, my friend Brett Baldwin told me that the fly river turtles will sometimes attack the gharials, which is just amazing. That's a large crocodilian. So these are a formidable turtle. They can be quite a pain in the neck. Like I said, will sometimes bite the margins of the other turtles. They can do some serious damage. They have a sharp beak on their, covered by those lips, similar to a soft shell. In fact, they don't really have lips, but they do have a sharp beak. What they do have is a very cool, they've got a very cool soft leathery skin that goes over their hard shell. So here you see them swimming around really, really nicely. They are a pleasure to watch swim. They really are amazing. Very graceful, just like a sea turtle. The way they move through the water, the locomotion is the same. It's an awesome species, and one that is, of course, rare in private collections. Plus, they are also endangered in nature. So very important for us to try and get some captive breeding of this species as we kind of move into the future here of herpetoculture. So very, very cool species. I want to go check on the ones in Frida's pond as well. Here are some of our redfoot tortoises, doing good. Nice. I do want to move one male fly river turtle into the large pond. It's something that I've been playing with the idea of originally when I had Fred and my other male. They were kept in where Fred's lagoon is now, where the alligators live. Once I knew I was getting gators, I pulled them out. But they lived there for quite some time, for a few years, with the Mata Mata, and of course with Frida and Diego. So why do I want to put them in that big pond? Well, I don't want to upset the balance that we've created in this pond. Here's Frida. There she is, beautiful Frida, coming to us right now. Let's throw some food in. Let's get some of our Fluker diet in here for these guys, because they could use a little treat. Just chuck it right in. No big deal. A couple handfuls, that's all we need. Frida gets happy. And here's Fred right there. So that's our male fly river turtle, Fred, in this pond. And you can see he had some previous bites, some scarring from bites in the past. But there's no aggression going on now, which is nice. He's eating up everything as we speak. So it's very cool. So yeah, I want to take this other male and I want to put him in the large pond that we have here at the camp, because it's got a nice muddy bottom and it'll be a really cool spot for him because it'll be big and it'll also be insulated from the cold. These guys don't like cold at all, so it's important to make sure that we have warm water running through this enclosure, as well as some mud, which they also appreciate. There's Diego. But yeah, these turtles are good. Let's go see the female. I thought I saw her under here a moment ago. So she's under this bridge. Oh, let's see. Oh, there she is. Just hanging out under the bridge. Very, very shy little gal, but she's been doing well. I see her swimming around when I come out to visit. Just doing awesome. So there aren't a lot of captive bred babies of this species. The Bronx Zoo, I believe, has done it in the past, but I have not heard of many others. These are species that they have been bred in their native range. Look at how big she is. That is such a big gal. What a beauty she is. They have been bred in their native range in captivity, which is kind of easier to do. You just kind of let nature take its course. But not here in North America outside of zoos. So it'd be really cool to see these guys bred in the private sector. They are amazing species. Very unique. I think they're one of the most unique turtles out there, along with the mata mata. And people really get a kick out of them when they see them. Pig nose or fly river turtle. But you know, what I'm hoping to do is just kind of keep a nice, stable habitat for them. We're gonna get some more sand. We're gonna build up a sandy bank. The females will come out, will crawl up onto the bank, deposit her eggs in the dry season, and then they start to develop during the dry season. And when it starts to rain again, the water level rises and inundates the eggs, and that actually triggers the eggs into hatching, which is really cool. So the babies hatch underwater, and then they swim to the surface to get that first breath of air. So here are these two fly rivers. Fabulous animals. And of course, what do you guys think of this beautiful pond here? Frida's pond's looking good. There's my girl Frida right there. What a beauty she is. Hi Frida, with your green eyebrow there. Very cool species. Of course, there's Fred. He's been with us a long time. He was recently at Aquascape for a few years and now made his way back to the camp. So everyone comes back to the camp eventually. But very good stuff. So this pond, of course, built by Aquascape and doing well. There's our good buddy Lumpy over by the wall. But yeah, we got the bamboo, very native inspired. We also have Asian inspired. We also have a little mud turtle on the bottom there. Always cool to see these guys out. There's a little African mud turtle scavenging for some of the food that these bigger turtles may have dropped. So that's cool too, to see those guys also doing very well here in this habitat. But today it's all about these fly rivers. Amazing species. These guys are gonna eat fruit. They're gonna eat the pellets. They thrive in a fully aquatic setup. And I know quite a few people who have gotten some small hatchlings, but they have all been imported animals. So having animals that we're not taking from the wild is going to be a better situation, which is kind of the goal of herpetoculture and the hobby. is to breed animals in captivity so you don't have to take them from the wild, leave the wild animals wild. But we try and recreate the wild here in a small way. Not quite as large as the Fly River, but still pretty cool. Of course, these guys are found in the Fly River in Papua New Guinea and northern Australia, so very, very awesome. All right, let's go see this other male that we have, which is currently in a tub in our off display area. But this is what we got going on. We got the drain coming out. I want this guy to be acclimated. There he is. You can see this guy has got more scarring on his carapace. So my fear is that if I put him in one of our ponds, it'll upset the balance. And we have had a nice couple weeks of absolute balance, but we're going to take this guy out and we're going to have a good look at him. Let's get him over into our little cart. I'm going to wheel him over to the large pond. Oh, he's beautiful. Look at these guys. That is such an awesome species. Now let me wheel ourselves over there. Very awesome. Okie dokie. Let's go, friends. It's not a far walk. We can manage it. Let's just do it. So we are gonna put him in the large Kamp Kenan pond. Now, Kenan, you'll never see him again. That's not true. We will definitely see him again. I climb the windmill. I get to see all the animals up there. Plus, we are going to be seeing, oh boy, that's kind of a, oh, I got to do better with these fences, friends. I need to be better at gate building. Oh, there we go. One hand, so much fun to do this. One-handed. All right. You can tell I'm getting frustrated. Keeping it real, friends. Okay, there is our Fly River guy, and we're gonna wheel way over here. Look at how far we gotta go. There's the rec pond where everyone's happy, and we're going to the big pond. This guy is getting the big pond treatment, and look at how good it looks. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This place is looking stellar at the moment. Water levels are nice and high. I'm loving it. Let's go ahead and we'll show you some of the anatomy of the Fly River. And here is our Fly River covered with a little algae, but they are really spectacular. Let me show you guys why. Oh, okay. All right, very cool. Oh, he's actually quite good at walking. He's gonna knock that camera right over. Of course he is. Look at him go. He actually is beating it. He is pretty fast when it comes to moving around on land when they have to be. So don't make the mistake of thinking that they can't get around. I'm just trying to set this camera so it won't fall. Yeah, these guys, look at me. He wants to go right towards where the water is, and we're gonna get you there, bud. We're gonna get you there, little friend. But let's first talk about the Fly River. Okay, here he is. So this guy here, beautiful animal, but you can see, oh, that long tail, very long tail. That shows he's a male. Also got that pig nose, and they can do that slapping with those flippers there. Of course, they got flippers like a sea turtle, not like a regular aquatic turtle. These guys are freshwater though. You can notice there are two claws on the front flippers. They are basically used for them to rip open some of the fruits that they eat. They can use them to kind of tear open the fruit flesh and then stir up the bottom. It does come in handy. So that's pretty unique also. They've got a thin skin covering their harder shell. Really, really cool. But they do have a very pronounced carapace as well as this plastron right here. So overall, really cool species. Now let's look at that beak. They got two cusps underneath their nose. That's a hard cutting edge for their beak. But they are very cool turtles, man. Unlike anything else on Earth, really. So love them. But let's go ahead. Oh, I'm getting tired holding him. Oh, let's get him over here and see about getting him into this big pond. He'll be fine in here. I'm gonna start him over here. They know exactly where water is, friends. That is their deal. And he's gonna have so much of it. Plus that thick mud that's at the bottom of it, where this guy will in fact be able to escape some of the colder temperatures that we get here in Florida. It never gets cold enough to where there's ever gonna be a freeze on this pond, but I wanna make sure that he's okay. Now, whenever I checked on the fly river turtles in the old mud bottom pond of Fred's Lagoon, when we had cold snaps, I would find them, they'd just be in the mud and there'd be no problem with them. I'd pull them up, inspect them, and then put them back in the water. The water never got colder than 60 degrees, which is fantastic. This little guy's just kind of little tired. And of course, there's Bua. Hi, Bua. Bua the red-bellied turtle. What are you doing, Boo? Hey, Boo-Boo. What are you doing? You got a new buddy. Strange and beautiful fly river turtle. There's the water, friend. Are you gonna walk over to the water? Come on, let me tickle your butt. Go on, little guy. Get going, get going. Here, let's give him a little help. There he goes. Look, Boo is gonna say hello. Let's see how this goes. Who is that? That's a strange guy from another part of the world, Bua. Look at how, she's so curious. You've never seen anyone like that, have you? I wonder what these animals think, you know? So amazing. All right, let's see. Where are you gonna go, buddy? These guys know where water is. You can see that tail was a little bit nipped from when they were at the zoo. And this is it, friends. Good luck, little friend. I'll see you again. There you go. Welcome to the big pond. So awesome. Oh, this is amazing, huh? I love being able to do this for my animals. And off he goes. How, so awesome, man. We got a fly river turtle living in our huge Kamp Kenan pond. That's amazing. And of course, hey, where are you going, Boo? You're using the steps, huh? Yeah, good thinking. Go the other way. Oh, Bua. And there she goes. Not a problem for our girl, Boo Boo. Yeah, you know, we will see the turtle again. Of course, I'll update you guys on it. Now, this does fluctuate. The other interesting thing is, being that this has a natural dry and wet season, if I did get another female, put her in here, it would be amazing to see it, just because we have that kind of water level, you know, rise. Maybe they would be induced to actually breed in here. I don't know. But anyhow, good stuff. What'd you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan for more animal hijinks and exclusive stuff. Plus, chat with me live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Help support the camp. We can't do it on views alone, so we appreciate all the support we can get. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.